Mini episode 1774 of the FDH Lounge is brought to you by Sportsology, delivering unconventional columns and webcasts about sports, TV, music, movies, and more. Follow them on the web at sportsology.com.
The FDH Lounge. You'll want to schedule your life around it.
A long time ago, on a gloomy, wet Cleveland spring night, two men stand alone amidst the late-night drizzle. Their voices echo across the vacant station parking lot as they debate the merits of the great American radio show that have been missing for far too long. On that night, an idea was born. That idea became the FDH Lounge. Welcome to the FDH Lounge.
Hello and welcome to FDH Lounge mini episode 1774, the weekly FDH football preview show. I'm FDH Managing Partner Rick Morris here with our fantasy and non-fantasy preview for Week 8 of the 2024 NFL season, as well as a look at Week 9 of the college football season. We start with our picks right now for the college football playoff. Now this is not a top 12 ranking, but a projection in the sense that the ACC and Big 12 are guaranteed first-round byes and will likely be in the 3 and 4 spots, and the Group of 5 conference winner will be in there, likely in the 12th spot. Here they are: 1 Oregon, 2 Georgia, 3 Miami, 4 BYU, 5 Texas, 6 Ohio State, 7 Penn State, 8 Indiana, 9 Pittsburgh, 10 Iowa State, 11 Tennessee, 12 Army. For last week's college picks, we are 2-2, and we're 23, 19, and 1 on the season. Here's what we've got this week. Ohio State minus 25.5 over Nebraska. Navy plus 13.5 over Notre Dame. Ohio minus 6 over Buffalo. Washington plus 6.5 over Indiana. Oregon minus 21.5 over Illinois. Miami minus 21 over Florida State. Michigan State plus 4.5 over Michigan. And Texas A&M minus 1 over LSU. In the NFL, we're going for our 4th season since 2016 of being profitable, i.e. above 52.4% picking every game of the season. We came within a few picks of that last year. This year, so far, so good. Last week, we were 9-6, 2-1 on the Big Three, and 1-0 on the lock. We're 57, 48-2, 11-10, and 5-2 on the season. Here's our top 10 for this week. 1 Kansas City, 2 Detroit, 3 Minnesota, 4 Baltimore, 5 Green Bay, 6 Houston, 7 Washington, 8 Buffalo, 9 Philadelphia, 10 Seattle, and this is our bottom 5. 28 Jacksonville, 29 New England, 30 Las Vegas, 31 Cleveland, 32 Carolina. There are no byes this week. Here's our picks for this week. LA Rams plus 3 over Minnesota. Houston minus 5.5 over Indianapolis. Tennessee plus 11.5 over Detroit. New England plus 7 over the New York Jets. Arizona plus 4.5 over Miami. Cincinnati minus 2.5 over Philadelphia. LA Chargers minus 7 over New Orleans. Seattle plus 3 over Buffalo. Chicago minus 3 over Washington. Las Vegas plus 9 over Kansas City. Carolina plus 10.5 over Denver. Dallas plus 4.5 over San Francisco. And the New York Giants plus 6 over Pittsburgh. For our Big Three, it's Green Bay minus 4 over Jacksonville. And Atlanta minus 2 over Tampa Bay. And in the 1,000-star gold-plated lock of the millennium for NFL Week 8, it's Baltimore minus 8.5 over Cleveland. Now for our fantasy football segment. Remember, we strongly discourage fantasy overmanaging. You don't pull your top guys unless they're hurt or on a bye, period. Don't let the matchups or everything geeks tell you anything different. Here's our list of guys that you go with as long as you're confident that they'll be playing, keeping in mind that some may not be playing this week. QB, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Jordan Love, Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, and C.J. Stroud. Running back, Travis Etienne, Jamar Gibbs, Breece Hall, Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson, Jonathan Taylor, and Kyron Williams. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jamar Chase, Marvin Harrison Jr., Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, and CeeDee Lamb. Tight end Mark Andrews, Travis Kelce, George Kittle, and Sam Laporta. Remember, our Thursday night game picks and fantasy recommendations are up every week on our Twitter page at the FDH Lounge. Now here's our non-gimme picks for the week. We like 7 QBs: Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff, Kyler Murray, Brock Purdy, Geno Smith, Caleb Williams, and Russell Wilson. We like 18 running backs: Devon Achane, Saquon Barkley, Tank Bigsby, Nick Chubb, James Conner, James Cook, J.K. Dobbins, Najee Harris, Derrick Henry, Chuba Hubbard, Kareem Hunt, Josh Jacobs, Joe Mixon, David Montgomery, Raheem Mostert, Tony Pollard, Brian Robinson Jr., and DeAndre Swift. We like 14 wide receivers: Devontae Adams, Amari Cooper, Stephon Diggs, T. Higgins, Tyler Lockett, Drake London, Terry McLaurin, DJ Moore, Malik Neighbors, George Pickens, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Devontae Smith, Brian Thomas Jr., and Garrett Wilson. And we like 6 tight ends: Brock Bowers, Evan Engram, Jake Ferguson, Trey McBride, David Njoku, and Kyle Pitts. Thank you for joining us for this mini episode of the FDH Lounge.